Well guys, the ditch fine stereo is slowly but surely coming back to life. It now has a brand new cord attached to it with the original strain relief, so this thing is nice and safe. The soldering was pretty challenging. I mean, it looks pretty easy, just goes onto that plug right there, but there wasn't really a whole lot of room to work back there with my rather large soldering iron, but somehow I managed, and it's pretty solid, not going to go anywhere. I do need to add on this cover that I had to take off, and not sure exactly how I'll do that. I'll probably just use a glue gun or something like that. It's not totally necessary, but want to make it as original as I can, and part of that was already accomplished by the cord I chose. I don't know how well you can see this, but if you compare that to the original cord segment that I took off, they're almost identical in color as well as wiring gauge. I hope that comes out good in the light and everything, but for the casual observer, it's not going to look like this thing was messed with at all. The only interesting thing about the cord is that it's actually 12 foot long. I didn't really want to cut any off of it. I figured, why not? It wouldn't really hurt to have a extra long cord. And I went through a lot of trouble to find that cord, actually. It's a replacement lamp cord I got from Lowe's. Believe it or not, Radio Shack didn't have one, to my surprise. So this poor stereo is on its way to being put back in service. Now that it's nice and safe to run without any danger of any shorts, I can go ahead and look at the capacitors and other components on here and test those out and get this thing running. And I think that last time when I talked about this stereo, I just found it the day that I made a video and didn't really know a whole lot about it, but I did a little bit of investigating with my own meter and taking some voltage measurements and things like that, and tried to figure out the wattage. But YouTube user Gerard AT6 was nice enough to send me this catalog, this online catalog that I have on my computer here, and I'm not sure how well that's coming in, but there's the stereo, and this is the, see if I can get closer to the URL, 1977 Radio Shack catalog. I think this is really cool to have a old catalog like that online that you can look through. It's amazing how many components for the hobbyist are still on there. Unlike nowadays, when you go to Radio Shack, it's basically just cell phones. But what interested me was all the stuff on the left-hand side there. The 8-track tape and the batteries and the solder and all that kind of stuff, and the watch and everything. I had a lot of stuff when I was younger from Radio Shack, and it turns out I still do. So I think that Gerard AT6 could appreciate this. I went and dug around and found, or looked for, a lot of the things that I had from this catalog, and how close do you think I got? I actually surprised myself. So we'll come over here, and I came close, really close, to having everything that was in that picture already in my house, including the completely awful shelving paper that I found. Didn't even know it was in there. And 40-minute 8-track tape instead of an 80-minute 8-track tape. It's brand new in the shrink wrap, unused, recordable. And one of the first ever digital watches, as well as some solder and desoldering braid, which I actually just used on the stereo receiver that I just repaired. Some of the original Radio Shack batteries, still have those. Don't ask me why, I just seem to have them for some reason. Kind of curious myself why I've kept those. A cool little handy resistor color wheel. And of course, the resistors, which are probably a lot more than 29 cents these days. And last but not least, an 8-track player. Realistic TR-802 8-track player. So I tried to come as close as I possibly could to the picture and everything. I don't have the smiley face or the Tandy emblem or the microphone there, but I do have the that stereo receiver now that I found, and plus the not a cassette deck but an 8-track deck. And I arranged everything just like in the picture, and it came really close. I could almost make a retro Radio Shack commercial with with some of the stuff that I have here. And just out of curiosity, I wonder if some of these batteries were with the Radio Shack batteries. You can tell how old they are by looking on the bottom of them. And this one is May 1978. Doesn't have any leakage or any corrosion, nothing of the sort. I actually found that in my old Micronta digital, well not digital, but volt ohm meter. And then we have these Intercell C batteries, which, let's see, looks like March 1977 is how old these things are. And I think on the outside that's just some corrosion, but I'm curious. I'm just wondering if these two batteries are going to work. Let me come back over here and get my screwdriver and take apart this bike light for my mountain bike, and use the batteries in here to see if they'll work. I guess I got to put the camera down for a second. So I'm going to go ahead and stick these in. Got to put them in the right polarity, of course. I have no idea whether this is going to work or not, but let me see. I'll be damned. It actually works. Holy crap. Not well. I don't want to run it too long, but oh my gosh. That is amazing. That is really amazing. Let me see what year the other battery is. Are they the same year? Let's see. March 1977. And just to check the other one. March 1977. My gosh. I cannot believe it that these batteries actually still work from 1977. I don't really have anything to test that 9-volt in there, but wow. If that's not a good material for a Radio Shack commercial, I don't know what is, but I thought that you guys would get a kick out of this, especially Gerard AT6, that I've got so much Radio Shack stuff that I could actually make a advertisement very similar to what was in that catalog that he sent. And when I got out this 8-track tape player, I looked at the cord on it actually, and just to kind of get an idea of what kind of cord it would have come on originally for the stereo receiver. And looks like that came in really close too. So if you look at them side by side, cord on the left is the 8-track player, and the cord on the right is the new cord I got for the stereo receiver, and that's really, really close to original. And I like that. I always like repairing things as close to original as I can. The only exception is that this 8-track tape player is old enough where it doesn't have the polarized plug, and this new plug is polarized. So the larger end on the new plug goes to the neutral of the house, and that's how I have it wired up over here in the stereo. So I've got the neutral going to the chassis, and then of course the hot goes to this red wire, which goes to the power switch, and then comes back, goes through your fuse, and then the primary of the transformer. So this thing at this point is all fixed up properly and as close to original as it can possibly get. I just need to go ahead and check out all the other components and everything. But so far so good. I'm very happy with the job so far. So I'm going to be, hopefully those capacitors aren't in that bad a shape, but those look like they're going to be a little bit hard to replace. But if they are, no big deal. And I still need to replace the dial lights and give that panel a good cleaning. Haven't really done that yet. I just wanted to get the important stuff done first. But anyway, I just thought that was the neatest thing in the world, that I could duplicate that picture with all the stuff that I have, and also the stereo now over here. I thought Gerard AT6 would get a kick out of that. So I'll catch you guys later.